Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try to blend in with the world, something inside of you just refuses to allow it? You may have noticed it since you were young, this quiet feeling that you are different. You can be surrounded by people, yet somehow you still feel separate, like you are living life on a different frequency. You sense things others don't. You notice details others ignore. And sometimes people react strangely to you. Some are drawn to you with deep admiration, while others dislike you without reason. It can feel confusing, even painful. But the truth is this: that difference is not a mistake. That difference is the sign of being chosen. When the universe sets someone apart for a greater purpose, they rarely fit into ordinary spaces. You were not made to be average. You were not made to blend in. You were created to carry something powerful, light, wisdom, resilience, that this world desperately needs. And because of that, your life has never been simple. Being chosen is not easy. In fact, it is one of the hardest paths a person can walk. It means your battles are often heavier than others. Your struggles are often more intense. You may have asked yourself, why me? Why do I go through more pain, more rejection, more hardship than people around me? The answer is because every hardship is shaping you into someone extraordinary. Every trial is chiseling away weakness and replacing it with strength. Every heartbreak is stretching your compassion so that you can one day lift others when they are broken. Think about it: the strongest steel is always forged in the hottest fire. The brightest diamond is formed under the heaviest pressure. And you too have been through fire and pressure because you were meant to shine in ways others cannot. Your pain has not been meaningless. Every disappointment, every betrayal, every moment where you felt abandoned, it was not designed to destroy you. It was designed to prepare you. There were moments when you thought you were buried. Life became so heavy that you felt crushed. But what you didn't see was that you were not being buried, you were being planted. And when something is planted, it grows back stronger, taller, and more fruitful than before. What you thought was the end was only the beginning of a transformation. You survived storms that others did not. You endured trials that should have broken you. And even in your darkest nights, something inside of you refused to give up. That strength was not ordinary. That strength was the evidence of your calling. It was the proof that you were chosen. Look back at your life. There were times when you should have lost everything. There were times when you thought you had no strength left. But somehow you always found a way to rise again. That was not luck. That was not coincidence. That was purpose guarding your life. That was destiny refusing to let you go. People may not understand you. Some may walk away from you. Friends may disappear. Opportunities may close. But chosen ones are often misunderstood. They are often isolated. Even Jesus, even prophets, even leaders throughout history had to walk alone before they walked in their purpose. Loneliness is part of the calling, because when too many voices surround you, it is easy to get lost. But in the silence, in the solitude, you learn to hear your true voice. You learn to hear God. You learn to hear the guidance of the universe more clearly. Isolation is not punishment, it is preparation. The people who left were not meant to go where you are headed. The doors that closed were not meant for you. The opportunities that slipped away were never yours to begin with. Every rejection was really redirection. Every ending was the beginning of something better. It's not easy to accept this when you are in the middle of pain, but the chosen path is never meant to be easy. It is meant to be meaningful. It is meant to shape you into someone who can carry influence, who can carry truth, who can carry light in a world that often feels dark. You were chosen because your story will one day become someone else's survival guide. Think about how many people right now are silently struggling. Think about how many people are on the verge of giving up. Your testimony, your journey, your victory will one day be the reason someone else finds hope. That is why you were chosen, not just for yourself, but for the countless lives that will be touched by your courage. And yes, sometimes you may feel unworthy. Sometimes you may think, why would God choose me? I'm not perfect, I've made mistakes, I've fallen short. But that is exactly why you were chosen, because perfection does not inspire people, realness does. People are not moved by flawless lives, they are moved by stories of struggle and redemption. And your story is being written for that very reason. You were chosen because your brokenness carries healing. You were chosen because your weakness carries strength. You were chosen because your scars will speak louder than someone else's trophies. And those scars will show the world that survival is possible, that victory is possible, that transformation is possible. So do not mistake your hardships for curses. Do not mistake your loneliness for abandonment. Do not mistake your struggles for punishment. You are not cursed, you are called. You are not abandoned, you are appointed. You are not forgotten, you are favored. This is why you cannot give up, even when you want to. Even when everything in you screams to stop, there is a small voice that keeps pushing you forward. That voice is destiny. That voice is purpose. That voice is God reminding you that your life has meaning beyond what you can see right now. The truth is, you were not chosen to live a life of comfort. You were chosen to live a life of impact. Your calling is not about fame, not about wealth, not about recognition. It is about influence. It is about touching lives. It is about setting a standard in a world that has lost its way. You were chosen to shine a light so bright that it awakens others. That is why some people cannot handle you. Your presence makes them uncomfortable. Your light exposes their darkness. Your confidence reminds them of their own insecurity, and your potential triggers their fears. They may talk about you, they may try to bring you down, they may try to silence you. But remember this, if they are fighting you, it means you carry something worth fighting against. If you were not a threat, they would not bother. Their resistance is proof of your significance. So the next time you ask yourself, why me? Remind yourself, because you were built for it, because you can carry it, because someone has to break the cycle and you are strong enough to do it, because someone has to rise above the pain and you are brave enough to stand tall, because someone has to remind the world that faith, resilience, and courage still exist, and that someone is you. Every season you have gone through has been preparation. The heartbreak taught you empathy, the rejection taught you resilience, the losses taught you gratitude, the silence taught you wisdom. Nothing has been wasted. Everything has been woven together to shape you into who you were meant to become. And soon you will understand why. Soon the pieces will come together. Soon the pain will make sense. Soon you will see that everything that tried to break you only built you. And when that moment comes, your light will shine so brightly that no one can deny it. You are still here because your purpose is not finished. You are still breathing because your mission is not complete. You are still standing because the world needs what you carry. And the reason God chose you is because He knew that even though you would struggle, even though you would doubt, even though you would fall, you would never give up. And in the end, you would rise stronger, wiser, and brighter than before. So hold on, keep going, trust the process. Walk boldly even when the path feels uncertain, because you are chosen. And nothing, not pain, not fear, not rejection, not failure, can take that away from you. You are chosen for a bigger purpose, and your time is coming.